Hi everyone, so my name is Jackie and I have started RP Strength. It's quite fun so far. This is my second week and I'm doing the cut. I am on the base level right now. I just want to film my meal prep and kind of show what I prepare for my lunches. I think that would benefit some people. I am an ordinary person who works a 9-to-5 job. I actually work in a grocery store, so I'm surrounded by cravings every single day. This meal prep is really important for me to stay on track and stay motivated, so I just wanted to film it and I hope it will benefit some people. So let's get started. So first things first, I like to go to the grocery store and kind of pick out a variety of foods, because if I'm eating chicken every day, I'm going to get so sick of this meal plan. So I went to the store and I purchased 93% lean ground beef, shrimp, tuna sticks, which are really good. I just tried my first one yesterday. Awesome, I recommend. And then I'm going to incorporate some chicken. Last week, the first mistake I made was I ate chicken almost every day, and I can tell I am already going to be so sick of it if I continue to eat this way. I don't want to eat the same thing every day, and the RP template definitely gives a lot more variety than just chicken to eat, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Another thing that I'm going to show you is I took copies of my template. I made 5 copies. This isn't something that I plan on doing every single week, but what I did was I cut out every single day. So it's a Monday through Friday kind of schedule for me, and it's kind of like a menu. I categorized it between hard training day, moderate training day, and just a regular rest day. And then next to each kind of food group, I wrote exactly what I'm eating so that I know exactly what I'm cooking. If I can cook it fresh, I definitely will, but as far as my lunches, we don't have a stove at work. So I am going to meal prep my lunches, and I'm going to follow this template that I've got going on here. So I definitely recommend grocery shopping and kind of just planning everything out first. I'd rather overplan than underplan, because if you want to be successful, you have to plan. You have to come up with some kind of set idea for what you're going to do and how you're going to attain that goal. This is my current plan, and I think over time I will get acclimated to the times, the schedule, how much I'm eating. This being my second week on the cut, in the base template, I do want to make sure that I do this right. So this is why I did this. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I portioned my beef. I'm going to have 3 beef meals this week. So as far as the grams of protein, one day I was supposed to have 25 grams of protein. And then the other 2 days, I was supposed to have 30 grams of proteins from beef. 2 are slightly larger than the other, but I have already prepared it, and I've put hamburger seasoning and celery salt. I don't worry too much about condiments. I just feel like if I'm eating what I should be, then I can enjoy my food. One thing that I try not to do is overcomplicate things. I am somebody who tends to overwhelm themselves, and I get really frustrated. I remember back in the day I did macros, and the crossover calculations really just, oh my gosh, I was just so overwhelmed. By the end of the night, I would have like 15 grams of carbs without being able to achieve fat, and it wasn't my cup of tea. So being able to follow the foods strictly on the templates has been pretty cool. So, all right, these are all ready. So I'm going to throw these on the pan. And I've got some cooking spray from Costco, and this has 0 fat, so I don't have to worry about that. And there we go. Super excited that it's not chicken. Chicken can get pretty bland pretty fast. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm portioning out my rice, which I'm going to have rice 3 times a week, and because it's already made, I figured this was the next thing that I could get started on. I have 3 Tupperware containers right here, and I need 25 grams of carbs from rice. So I have the perfect portion scale here, and I am going to go ahead and set this last Tupperware on here. I already have the code input into the system, and clear. All right. So we're going to go ahead and 0 that out so it doesn't weigh the Tupperware. Continue to scoop until the carbs reaches 25 grams. I love rice. I recommend basmati rice. I've tried other rice before and they come out super sticky and it's just always an ultimate fail in this kitchen. So basmati is just so easy. It doesn't stick together. It's kind of stuck right now, but that's because it was in the fridge. But this is the best tasting. It's so fragrant. It's really good. So I've got my rice portion out for 3 of my meals already, and I'm going to get started on the next 2, which are pasta, whole wheat pasta. I'm so excited that I can have pasta on this. Pasta is my weakness, so this really gets me excited. All right, pasta. Yeah, love this part. So I need 30 grams from carbs from pasta. So I have that all measured out. It's wait, no, I am way off. It's 42 grams in weight. So I have to go ahead and turn on my scale and weigh out 42 grams in weight. Oh, this is glorious. The more that I can put on the scale, the more excited I get. I just always think I'm going to miss my pasta, but being able to see this on the template is fabulous. So I am at 39, 40, 41, 42. All right. I don't know, maybe tell me a way I can make this easier, but I have 2 separate pots going. I'm somebody who overcomplicates things really fast, and I will have 100 dishes and 100 pots and pans in the sink. It makes things easier to have everything in separate pots so I have my portions under control, but for washing dishes, it's not fun. There we go, there's the first. Then we're gonna measure out 42 more grams in weight of pasta. So why I'm doing this is I got into Olympic weightlifting 2 years ago and I love it. I really, really enjoy it. I just want to continue to get stronger. I think it will help me with my confidence. It's something that I think that I lack a little bit in, and so does everyone else. It's a normal thing. If it's something that I can do to improve myself, improve my confidence, and continue to get strength, then why not? I have nothing going on for the next 3 months, so besides my own birthday, but it's something that I can celebrate later. If I stay focused, I think this is well worth it. So here's my 42 grams. I'm gonna put it in the other pot, and I'm gonna get started on my next protein. So my next protein was chicken, so I just needed 25 grams of protein from chicken. I already had that in the fridge because it's a staple in this house. So I went ahead and I just took my chicken that I had already pre-cooked and put it in this Tupperware, typed in the code, and then weighed out 25 grams of protein from chicken, and that is my Wednesday. So I'm currently waiting on the pasta and the beef. As far as the veggies go, I think it's kind of gross to heat up veggies after like 5 days of it being in the fridge. To me, I'm just not a fan of it. I don't like that it gets soggy, and I like it being fresh. So I cook kind of the staples first. I cook the carbs and then the proteins, and then I do cook the veggies the night before. It's just something that I like to do, and I notice that I kind of start to shy away from my foods if I feel like the veggies have been in the fridge for too long. It just makes things a little easier and more appetizing for me. It makes me look forward to my meal. So that's why I don't cook the veggies when I'm doing my meal prep. All right, so I went ahead and I added oil and garlic salt to my pasta. Gives it a little bit of flavor, and then I think closer to the day when I start to add my veggies fresh, I'm gonna add some tomatoes to give it a little bit more flavor. I'm pretty picky when it comes to pasta. I love a really good pasta with pasta sauce. Penne Rosa at Noodles & Company was my favorite, and I can't wait to get back to it in April. But right now it's hands off, so this is a good compromise. I'm giving myself a little bit of spice to my pasta. It's not totally bland. Usually I would get some Alfredo sauce or something like that, but I'm just gonna keep it simple and just add some spices. So far I've got my pasta. One meal is pretty much done. I will just have to add the veggies when that day comes, and the night before I just kind of like to prepare for the next day, make sure I have everything I need, and then I will just add my veggies fresh. So it's very appealing lunch, and I really look forward to it. So the reason why you're seeing this wallpaper right here is because we are working on a Star Wars puzzle underneath. I went ahead and I covered everything up with some old Christmas wrapping paper and I turned it over. And so here's what I got going on. It's not the traditional meal prep where you would see it all look so glammed up and, you know, really nice, but I put little stickies on what I was following just to kind of help me out as a guide. And then the staples are in the Tupperware containers. The reason why you're not seeing any protein in this one over here, this is Friday, is because I kind of want to give myself a break and give myself a whey protein shake for lunch. And then in here, I'm going to incorporate veggies and kind of just make a nice little meal out of it. But just to give myself a break, that is one of my rest days. So I think it would be nice to just kind of try something different. So that's what I've got going on. And because this meal prep is not so extravagant, I'm going to go ahead and make a meal right now for myself. I am actually due for lunch, so I will show that next. Alright guys, so I feel like I wasn't able to give you a complete big picture of what an RP meal looks like. For that reason, I am going to show you my next meal of the day here. So I am due to hit 30 grams of protein. So I am cooking up a tuna steak, and the tuna steak is 28 grams per 4-ounce serving. So I just made sure it was just a little bit over 4 ounces, and I know that I will hit my 30 grams of protein for the day. As far as carbs, I already have pre-cooked rice, so I'm going to go ahead and measure that out. And then as far as veggies go, I'm going to do green beans and tomatoes, which are both on my template. For fat, I know everyone likes to take advantage of this part, but I'm a savory person. I love to eat, you know, savory foods, so I don't really waste it on peanut butter or anything like that. I have to hit 15 grams of fat. 1 tablespoon of this is 16, so I just went just below the rim, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this pan right here. Here is my tuna steak. Really, really good. I'm a fan for sure. Throw that in there. And then that will cook pretty fast, so I'm gonna go ahead and cook my veggies. And because I'm already using all the oil on the tuna steak, I'm going to use this Costco cooking spray that has no fat or anything in it, so this works great. I can go through these pretty quickly, so that's why I got them in bulk, and I am so glad that I did. So the template calls for 2 handfuls of veggies, so it's a good 2 handfuls. And I'm gonna let that cook, and then I will show you when it's done. So as far as the carbs go, I need 25 grams of carbs from rice. So I went ahead and measured that and then put it on this plate and then threw it right into the pan. I've got that heating up right here, and I'm gonna also throw in some tomatoes. This may be over a little bit, 2 cups of veggies, but who's complaining? Eat your veggies. It's not too bad. This might be 2 cups. I am almost done. I'm so excited. I'm starving. So I will show you when it's done. I had to take my tuna steak and move it because it was a little bit way too hot and I didn't want it to burn. So I just got it kind of simmering over here, and I will show it when it's complete. All right, I'm all done. So this is 25 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fat, 25 grams of protein, and 2 cups of veggies. So we have the rice, green beans, tomatoes, and then we have my tuna steak here. So I'm super excited to eat it. The next thing I just wanted to kind of talk about is plan for success. I think that if you really want to succeed in a cut, you really need to plan ahead. It's just the only way to get forward. And I know I said that before, but this is an example of how I plan. I put my templates on my wall along with the frequently asked questions, the serving size suggestions here, just to give you an idea if you don't have a scale handy. And then I also have the perfect portion scale, which kind of gives me an idea, the macronutrient breakdown of everything, so I can just focus on carbs, you know, and protein, things like that. I also have a dry erase board with, it's kind of like a cheat sheet, so I'm not scrolling through a book every 2 seconds every time I want to weigh something. There are other things that I have in place to constantly remind me of why I'm doing this. I'm basically doing it for performance. I am not the best weightlifter out there. I know that everybody has their journey, and I've started this 2 years ago. I started my fitness journey in 2016, and the first go around I lost 30 pounds. I remember that being pretty tough, but now it's a little, you know, a little more complicated, and I've become an athlete, and I have incorporated weightlifting into that, and it's something that, you know, I just really enjoy. And if I can achieve greater performance and do better and just be a better me at the end of the day, I mean, why not try for it? Everybody is they're always looking to role models and what they've done, and you know, I think that they are people just like us, and why can't we achieve the same goals as them? At the end of the day, no matter how hard it is attainable. Your goals, it really just depends on how much you want it, and you will have to make those sacrifices. Yesterday was a really good friend's birthday, and I gave her a heads up a month ago that I was not going to be able to make her birthday, unfortunately. But you know what? Everything will be there when you're done. That's just something that you're going to have to remember, is those things that you're really looking forward to. Of course, you can go back in moderation. You don't want to go ahead and just throw everything away and just binge eat on everything. That's not what this is about. But this is about, you know, developing a routine and kind of putting yourself first. And I think sometimes that we forget to put ourselves first, and this is what I'm doing. This is my time, and this is my time to be a better me. So thank you for watching my video, and have a great day.